Hey everybody! Sorry it's been so long since I've uploaded a video. I actually got to spend the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, with my family back in upstate New York. So there was a couple of months where I just sort of put all midwifery matters out of my mind and just enjoyed sort of resting and rejuvenating with my family. But now I am back, and back with a very belated 2013 recap. So I know it's the beginning of April now, but 2013 for you. We can pretend it's just the beginning of the year. 2013 was a absolutely strange year. I thought I was going to be going into one long-term apprenticeship. Instead, I ended up working with 3 different midwives in 3 different states, from Texas to Utah to Virginia. And it's God has a funny way of bringing things about. But it's been a wonderful learning experience for me. I've gotten to work with several absolutely wonderful student apprentices that we've developed really close connections with, which I think is a huge part of midwifery going forward. The fact that you need to have that network, that sort of sisterhood of midwives that you're working with, that you can call and just pour your heart out to, all of your sort of griefs and worries, and have them understand what you're going through and be able to say, we've gotten through worse experiences, you'll be able to get through this. And then going forward from there, the idea that once you are a midwife, of having those people that you can call on and say, I've got this client and I just don't know what to do, what's your opinion, and having that peer group. It's just really exciting that that's coming about for me. So here is a sort of short slideshow of pictures that I collected during my travels. Unfortunately, during the traveling part of the travels, it's a lot of pictures of landscapes, but there's some other ones thrown in there, and so I hope you enjoy it. Great bit of news is the song that you're hearing while the slideshow plays is The Midwife's Dance by a Canadian folk group called Tanglefoot, and they have graciously given me permission to use that song, not just for this episode and the slideshow, but going forward there's going to be a little introduction to all of my episodes, and I'll be using that. So great big thanks to the guys from Tanglefoot. I hope you guys enjoy the slideshow, and more news on 2014 coming really soon.
Family legend held there was a cold and bitter sky. A storm swept through the hills the day his mother finally cried, I need you now. So a pair of weathered hands that kept the vigil through the night stroked her forehead, urged the crown toward the lantern light. I need you now. I need you now. I can't go on, she cried, her desperate eyes rolled back in pain, but gentle words bade one more surge toward the flame.
He was born November's child, born into a cabin small of hearth and quilt and cedar walls and a midwife's dance.
Sunlight glistens off the bed rails on a late fall afternoon. A mother pushes for the warmth and takes the hands attending for some news. So the pair of outstretched palms respond and gather to the world and hold aloft the kicking, sputtering outline of a tiny baby girl. movements calm and so precise. The trusted keeper of the light turns back the child to mother's breast. Mid-newborn cries, newborn parents gasps. Great-grandpa comes in quiet and slow to see this life begun at home, the way that his life started so long ago.
He was born November's child, born into a cabin small of hearth and quilt and cedar walls. He was born November's child, born into a cabin small of hearth and quilt and cedar walls.
So there's my little slideshow. It doesn't even begin to cover all of the things that I've seen. Just for an idea, here is a very simple map of the US with all of the states that I drove through in 2013. Yeah, that's a lot of states. I think I've now driven through more than half of the US. And for someone who for 30 years, never lived outside of the same county, it was an experience. I'm still trying to process it a little bit. But I hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned to hear more from me soon. Bye.